Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, man. So we're going to open up by giving all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
double honors to our elders and our apostles that taught us this truth. Salutes to all the sincere elect out there. Lord willing, keep on pushing, keep fighting, keep striving in this year of apostates, sellouts and agents. Let's go straight in there on the topic of wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. We're going to start with that precept.
Go on, this is Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation."
Yeah, the reason why I chose that title, and that's the appropriate precept, is just by making an observation, people be bugging out, man. You know, in different kinds of ways. With Lord willing, we're gonna get into some of those, reasons why people be bugging out. And if we didn't have this truth, who knows? We may have been on that same journey too, right? The snowball effect is getting bigger, as we can see.
Yeah. So again, Isaiah 33:6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times."
That's what keeps us sane. That's what keeps us confident.
Yeah.
That's what builds our faith. And now's the time to build up our faith, as we can see. Now is that time, and just like if you go on, if there's an emergency, you have an emergency. What they call it when you go when you go to the hospital. First aid, but there's another word. In outpatients, because maybe you swallowed something or you some kind of illness, something swole up.
Yeah.
You go for an emergency and they usually come out. You get the diagnosis. You usually come out. Maybe you're gonna have to change your diet. Maybe you're gonna have to start doing turn over a new leaf as far as doing more exercise. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Now we got that opportunity. Now, right? We see what's taking place in the kitchen. It's getting hot in the kitchen. And for those of us that pull up your bootstraps, get that grinding while there's still time. And there's still time, which is a beautiful thing that the Most High, Have you finished it?
No, not yet. It says, "Shall be the stability of." Never start again. Isaiah 33:6, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of their times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is his treasure."
Yeah, just to unpack that. The strength of his salvation is his treasure. What does it keep us going? We motivated because we want to get to the end. Lord willing, we endure to the end, as Yahushua said. Matthew 24 and I think it's 13. Yeah, all right, bring that one out, Baba Kusha.
If I can say this, right? I brought up the word stability. Right? It says firmness, fidelity, steadfastness, steadiness, faithfulness, truth, faithfully, office, right? Yeah. Stability, steady, truly, verily.
Yeah.
So that's
Anytime I'll be watching the news, naturally you it's like it's a sobering thought when because it's prophecy coming to pass, and we heard our elders be speaking about it, saying before, prophesying, saying before. They spoke about WW3, right? NWO, all these things we knew, and now it's slowly but surely coming upon us, man. Yeah, the second one was passed. Someone bring that one out. I tell you what, bring the one out you got first. But
I get the one.
The second one was passed, and the third will come quickly. So this is Matthew 24 and verse 13. It says, "And he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved."
Yeah, because every challenge or sport, Olympics, every individual that take part in the Olympics, as Apostle Paul made a lot of references to games and Olympic games and getting that crown, fighting the fight. They all want to finish. Most want to win, but for those, when it comes to different tournaments like the marathon, most people just want to finish. This is not a 100-meter dash. It's not even a 200-meter dash. None of the above. Apart from if you were to compare it to a sport, it would be a marathon. And what takes place in your mind. A lot of things go on in your mind if you're going to take part in a marathon. You're going to do all the things you need to do, but the most important thing they want to do after taking care of the nutrition, doing the work that you need to do to build up. Mental, it's a lot to do with being mental. Is the marathon's got a lot to do with mental. Because you've got old people that take part in marathons. You've got fat people. You've got women. It's not just a one-on-one combat sport. Most people can take part in marathons, but most people don't finish. But you might have fat people that finish. You might have people in wheelchairs that finish. So that tells you something. It must be mental, because you've got people that seem outwardly looking physical, with all the right, outward appearance, but some of them don't finish. So that tells you something. That tells us something. It must be. Now go on.
I was just saying it's not the outward appearance. Just because a person looks healthy, skinny, and they have the physique of it, doesn't mean that they have the capacity to run the whole race.
Right.
Got a quick precept on that as well. It says
we're going to look at that word again, Baba Kushar. Yeah, we're going to bring out yours, but we're going to look at that word again.
This is 1 Corinthians 9:24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain it." I read it in the NLT as well. It says, "Don't you realize that in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win." They say, as Yahushua said, as in his former life as King Solomon, he said, out of 1,000 men, I found one. So see it as, brothers of whom have been selected by Yahushua, which is all predestination. It's that having a race of 1,000 men, and every brother has been selected as that one who's won out of all those 1,000 men. So essentially, imagine 144,000 men, but of course each of those men versed 1,000 men, of course metaphorically speaking, and actually made it. But of course that will be confirmed. That's why we say Yaharatazar, that we endure to the very end, because that would mean that we finished the whole race. That's the point. So again, in the NLT, 1 Corinthians 9:24, "Don't you realize that in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win." And that's what we're doing, man.
Yeah. And people will be bugging out because they're not in this race, or they don't have no idea what's taking place. So they be running, but they're not running with, what did Apostle Paul say? Run with the intentions to finish.
It says but only one person gets the prize, so run to win.
So you can run a race, but if you run in the wrong direction, you ain't gonna finish. You know what I mean? Or if you run half of it, you ain't gonna finish. Or if your shoe comes untied, and all these things be happening, we see them. For those that watch the Olympics, or unfortunate events, we need to tap on some of them YouTube videos.
Oh, the failed videos.
Yeah, all them failure videos, or everything is on YouTube now. The point is, a lot of people, because they don't understand what's taking place, a lot of people be bugging out. They haven't got a sense of direction, which this truth gives us.
Let's precept.
Baba Kushar, read that. Look up that word again. Just to spend a bit more time on that, because it shows us. It's going to tell us. It's telling us something.
Okay, the word steadfast. No, the word
wisdom and knowledge shall be the
stability. Firmness. Fidelity. Steadfastness.
That's what we want, man. That's what we want. We want to be stable.
Yes.
Because if anybody's seen it, one of Elder Apostle Tahar's videos with the IUIC, they're now selling bug out bags. And that in itself is telling you something. In Jehovah's Witnesses, when was this? About 10, 15, 20 years ago. They were giving out bug out bags in the Christian church. Bug out bags. So you got a bug out bag, or you got wisdom and knowledge. That word, carry on with that word. It will bring out as much as possible.
It says faithfulness. Truth. Faithfully. Office. Faithful. Faith. Stability.
So, but just to bring a little bit of the balance, is there more?
And steady. Truly.
We can, as we know, we can gather up more rice, a little bit more water, in a convenient way.
Yeah.
But we're not hoarders like those people in the world that have no faith. We have a stability. Did not was it Elijah was fed by a dove. It was a raven. Elijah was fed by a bird.
Yeah.
Also, animals come to our rescue. It was Noah when he was on the boat. It was a dove and a raven. One of them was a dove. That could have been the first one or the second one. And another one was a raven.
Yeah.
Things happen when you're doing the work of the Lord. Yeah. And we believe in the spirit, things gonna happen. It's gonna fall into place.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you got something in it.
Yeah, I got something.
There's one more word.
So we want to have. All right, go on.
I found another word here. It says literally firmness, figuratively security.
Ooh.
Security. That's it.
Things happen with the Lord's men, man. Right, as we're gonna, Lord willing, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But the foundation of this video is building our faith while we have time. Lord willing, yes, prophecy, and this is all part of the prophecy too, because our faith's gonna be tested. And for those that have been tested with their faith, what do they say? The best parachutes or best kites, I used to fly kites, are the ones that have been tested.
True.
So that's how they sell them. It's been tested, and that's the one you're gonna buy. So the Most High be doing that, That's why we were tested with the Lucy Juicy 2020. That was a test. Don't take that lightly.
Yeah.
And that's in your repertoire. That's in your arsenal. It was tested, tried and tested. But there's more to come. But that's in our repertoire. So the Most High deals with his men that have been tried and tested, and this is all a program to help us to build up our faith, so that when other things come, they come around and they come around.
Yeah.
They don't just come and go. A lot of the times they may come again, but you know how to deal with it when it comes again. You hold it something.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a quick point as well, because you're talking about the balance of, because of course we're not gonna be stupid and say Esau, Esau's gonna clean out the markets, and then you say to yourself, all right, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother about gathering, getting some extra rice grains or something, or pretty much to look after yourself or your family. Of course the Most High would have let you know before, so that you could do something, but as the scriptures say, we're not as those of whom are attached to this world. So let me just get this precept here. It says 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 31. It says, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. In the NLT, it makes it very clear. It says 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 31. It says, those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them, for this world as we know it will soon pass away. So the point is, you could do your little gatherings, because it's the same way. An example of this was when of course shortly after Joseph got sold by his brothers into Egypt. The thing is, of course, Joseph went through a whole load of suffering, man. He went through a whole load of suffering, but of course he was known as the interpreter of dreams. And one of the major dreams that the Pharaoh of Egypt had was the 7 years of famine, but of course before that the 7 years of abundance. So they used the 7 years of abundance to prepare for the 7 years of famine. So that's just an example of the Most High giving Joseph the foresight to see, all right, this is what I'm going to use you for, so that you can then prepare you and the people there. He put Joseph in a high position through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through the Most High Yahweh in that time, and they prepared for that famine. So of course that's an example of the Most High will give us that foresight to know, all right, now start to gather some things. But as I just read the precept in 1 Corinthians 7 and 31, those who use, in the NLT, those who use the things of this world should not become attached to them. The key part is having that detachment, because we know, all right, you gather your stuff, you use it, the Most High allows you to utilize those resources. But we'll get to the point where it's like, okay, now you're gonna have to full on have that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Again, my servant shall eat. So that will then be tested after that little phase, if you are fortunate to go through it. Other brothers, you're gonna have to go straight into it just straight into the fact that, okay, I only got Yahweh Shem Yahushua, And yeah, because it's going to be a different journey for every brother. But I'm just, just to bring out the balance, the same way. Yeah.
No, go on, finish it.
Again, the Most High could give you foresight so you can then prepare. But then after that, it's like, okay, now you got to go through that season where you got to have complete faith, man. Forget about everything else. Because those resources are temporary. Hence why it says, don't be attached.
Yeah.
That's
it. That's a good point, because the angel was watching and guiding Yahusap Joseph through those times. And being that he was made a governor, the angel, the spirit of the Lord was on him to govern and be in control of the cereals at that time.
Yeah.
The famine that was about to come, the cereals, and he stored, what he needed. The Most High gave him what he needed in order to sustain him, and because the Lord was with him, Pharaoh's house was blessed, and therefore he gave him more responsibility. Because and even in today. Something that happened. The Most High be looking after us, and wherever we may be, it could be your workplace, it could be you might be just visiting a hospital. Something potentially could have happened, and just because you're there, I think you made a point earlier on about something actually before.
Brothers have an effect on their surroundings. Right?
The Most High is looking out for that place or preserve that place just because you're there.
Or like Lot. That's what we're talking about.
Lot.
Oh yes. Yes, he was talking about that.
Because of one righteous man, all those wicked souls there were preserved just for a certain amount of time until that righteous man was plucked out of there.
Yep.
And then that place got cleaned.
And it's interesting because the whole of Yahusap Joseph's family benefited, and also those who was in charge of Egypt. Potter too benefited because the scripture says he blessed the house of Potiphar because of Joseph.
Come on.
So it's a beautiful thing. What did you bring out? What you brought out?
Yeah.
So that's that word. We just looked at the word wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times.
That's it.
So rather than panic, like it seems as though when that lambacking of Elder Apostle Tahar. Starting to sell bug-out bags, using it as an occasion to exploit people, right, and make money. The brother went onto the website, and they're selling a lot of things, man. We call it extortionate prices. As far as the garments, as far as the fringes. You mentioned some of the prices of some of the jackets. So. That's not feeling stable. That's not being stable, and that's not as being a leader or a shepherd. That's not promoting faith. That's not promoting faith. Back in the Christian church, that had people a little bit shaken, man. We're selling bug-out bags. Now let's read this precept. Let's let the scripture speak. Job chapters 5. Let's read from around 18. Just to go over some of these heavy-hitting precepts, foundational scriptures regarding building our faith, and it's just the same as studying. Because I met a tech guy earlier on in the week, and he's savvy with tech. And I said, "Oh boy, you savvy with that." But even he said he acknowledged. He said, "Yeah, but it don't just come. You got to go over it."
Oh yeah.
And go over it and keep going over it. It's the same with us, going over the scriptures. Keeping our medicine strong, because you can take, if you just take your medicine, you go to the physician, right, or the falsifier, and he gives you a subscription or a dose or a course to take. You can't just say, right, I'm going to take half of that course.
No, you have to finish it,
and then I'm going to go back to McDonald's or Kentucky Line, which put you in there in the first place. No, man. We were Lord willing to want to go back to the point again. He that endures to the end shall be saved. That's where we're at this moment in time. Because things be popping off. Lord willing, we might touch a little bit on what's happening over there in Iran with the new ruler that they put in place of Iran. He's saying he said there will be consequences. Something I'm just looking at now while I'm talking. He's saying, read what you got, and then I'm going to bring out some points, Baba Busha.
This is Job 5?
Job 5. Go to about 18.
This is Job 5, starting from verse 18. He says, "For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole.
Yeah.
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles."
Yep. But first of all, we may have to go through some stuff.
Right.
Tribulation.
Right. We're not in denial, right? Yes, we're building up our faith, but we're not in denial. We know, just like with the times of Lucy Juicy, you know, brothers, we're tested. You know, your boss may have approached you, you know, whoever may have approached you and said, what do you think about this? You're going to, you know, and he might have put a little bit of pressure on you. And I know brothers have got testimonies. If you're going to bring them out, you can bring them out. If you want to such time, it's up to you. But we've all, everybody's got them, right? Where you might have felt a little bit of a force on your, you know, twisting your arm in some kind of way. Family. So, yeah, we know. 18, read that again and then carry on. Read up to about 22, Baba Kushar.
John 5 in verse 18, it says, "For he woundeth."
Yeah.
This is actually I'll read from verse 17. This is Job 5 and 17. "Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Yeah.
For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth."
Yeah, we despise not the chastening, because he maketh sore. He maketh sore. The scriptures don't tell us that he make us sore. He put you through the sore.
Punishment and all that.
In the Hebrew, Rayam, sore. Yeah, he maketh sore. And Lord, we're going to get through the different ways in which it's going to actually explain it. Carry on, Bakusha.
Go on. "For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole."
Yeah, and to be made whole means to be made healthy again. Whole, complete. Yeah.
He says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7. There shall no evil touch thee."
Yeah, so sometimes he puts you in dilemmas, as you mentioned, with Yaosap. There's a lot of stories as well, because Yaosap, how he went through some Rayam in the Hebrew, right, with his own brothers, you know, that's for another future video. And through Potiphar's wife, the person who put him in charge in the first place, she put some sore on him. And we know, you know, with being accused of rape ain't no small thing, especially if you don't know what kind of judge you're gonna have to face. Because you know how the worldview is great, let alone you know your judge or your prosecutor, and what kind of barrister you may have. All those little, you know, the little things are, but they're things that would have been going on in his head. Ultimately, you know, that was sore. He dealt with that. I wonder what is going to outcome. And even if I do get vindicated, I don't want to be one of them guys, because you hear stories. People be doing a lot of time. There's examples of the Central Park 5. Some of them, they was vindicated in the end, but some of them spent like they was charged with rape, and they was the sentence was life. They didn't know they was going to be vindicated. Just imagine, that's another torture, not knowing we were going to be vindicated, after being sentenced with life. That's all the things that was going through his mind. So, some of us may go through, Lord willing, we don't have to go through nothing compared to that, but we just don't know.
Go on.
But 19, read 19 again. That's being bound up after being sore. 19 it carries on from, I'll read that. "For he maketh sore, he bindeth up the woundeth, and his hands make whole."
It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7. There shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem." With Shalak here, you know, based on Yaosap as well. He was suffering wrongfully too.
Oh.
That's in First Peter.
That's would they say with that?
Hold your tongue.
There's something else that goes upon that. So when you suffer, when you know you've done something wrong, they got me. Bang to rights with my hand in the cookie jar. But when you're innocent, that's like, it's like on top of that is even worse, man.
It's true.
And great too. Suppose you got caught, or you was accused of nicking a Mars bar, and you didn't do it. All right, I'll take that. But being accused of graping, and you know that's even, you know that's going to be come down heavy. Not knowing the outcome. Man.
But the Most High is
some good examples.
Just another precept before I continue, Bakusha. This is 1 Peter 2 and verse 19 in the NLT. "For the Most High is pleased with you, when you do what you know is right and patiently endure unfair treatment.
Ooh.
He says, of course, you get no credit for being patient
Yep.
if you are beaten for doing wrong. But if you suffer for doing good and endure it patiently, the Most High is pleased with you. Because it's like, you know, as the saying goes, oh, you got to take it like a man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. You know,
With the
sometimes,
socks.
and men be the ones who have to suffer wrongfully, man. You know?
Yeah.
This world, you know, as you said, Oreo, it's a matriarchy. Man. You know, that's why everyone, even the courts as well, they're in more support of what the woman would say.
Yeah.
You know? The woman makes a statement. You know, the whole flipping jury there just supports the woman.
Yep.
But the man, you know, I remember seeing that short of the man in the court. You know, he was shedding a whole load of tears.
Yeah.
You know, on the bullshit that the woman was saying, man. You know, I can't really remember it, but I just remember the
You have
man's
to
image.
bite his lip and just take it.
Suffer
Take it on
wrongfully.
the chin.
Can't.
Believe all women. There's some examples there. Believe all women. What's that one? That other right that the women have? My right. You know, something to do with my right.
But my body, my choice.
yeah,
or something
that
like that.
things along them lines. But it's that believe all women is like, even if I say I did it and I didn't, believe me because I'm the woman. So that's heaping on injustice on top of injustice. And to back up the point as well, Yahushua, the prime example of that.
Oh yeah.
Because we've got some beautiful examples. Yahushua being crucified for it wasn't blasphemy, it was sedition. That's it, sedition. Knowing full well, and a lot of them knew full well he was innocent, and he knew full well he was innocent. When he had the power to call down myriads of angels, that's another thing. When you have the power to turn it around, that's even more.
Self-restraint.
Self-restraint.
Yes.
It may hurt. It may hurt to withdraw yourself from putting it to a stop. Just imagine all those guys that were slapping him up, you know, at the actual time, Pilate, and being spat upon in the face. That's some nasty spit in the face. When you have the ability to just, I've had enough. Stop it.
Wipe up.
Just go and just pick him up like that, and just wring his neck and just watch the life drain out of him. But Yahushua, he restrained himself. He had the ability to put an end to it himself.
And there's power in that.
And there's power in restraint.
Yeah.
So that's why, yes, does he deserve the respect he's due? Now that's why we look to him, right? That's why we meditate on the Passat, and we're going to get into that. You know, that's coming up now. It's not too long from that now. Why we meditate, and as time goes on, we appreciate that. You know, yearly we grow in appreciation. When especially, what makes us appreciate that more is when we be having to take it on the chin, like because we're mini Yahushais. We have to take it on the chin and grow and become perfect. More perfect like Yahushua, but we ain't gonna get there though. We're just worms, but we're doing our best.
Yeah, we try.
And as you say, it's easy said than done.
Yeah.
But Lord willing, we're in that we're on that road. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's a walk in the park now.
No way,
brothers. Even if we for those of us that endured the Lucy Juicy, that was we was kind of going up running up a hill. But similarly, when you run up a hill or do a marathon, when you get the word that you usually runner's high. You get a high from finishing.
Wow.
So you get a high from it. It's you look back. I did that. Sense of achievement.
God.
You know, you did it. I don't believe I did it. That's why fat people, going back to the analogy of the marathon. Fat people, they do it and they feel good after they've done it. In the wheelchair, doesn't mean you can't stop for it. And they have facilities laid out for them. They have little drinks of water you can stop. You don't be unrealistic in it.
True.
But they don't care about winning. Their goal is to, yes, I finished the race.
That's the point.
And they feel just as good as the person that got that number one. Because it's a win for them because they know they're it's a challenge for them because of their circumstances. There's different ways to win, but being realistic. You're gonna say something?
No, I'm just saying, it's their mission.
Right.
That's what they're focused on.
Yeah, right. And Lord willing, we are from all different circumstances. Like brothers got, we'd be here all day if we start to talk about all the forms of the flesh. That My brother Ahab got. I got. My brother Ratazar got. And don't watch no fierce.
No.
He's a young man there. He's got his
things too.
Me, I'm a young man too. He's a young man too.
Yeah,
As a man thinking, so is he.
We all got ours. As you said, it's not about the aesthetics, the outward appearance.
Yeah,
you see a man, he's coming, he's doing he's you know, he's pulling his weight. He's the Most High, or let me say it right. Through the power and the spirit of the Lord, we ain't gonna take no credit.
God.
Now, whatever everybody's got, bring it out.
Yeah, I was reading this as well. You know, it's gonna make a point, but let me continue. This is Job 5 and verse.
Bring up the point if it comes back to you, but Baba Gushar.
All right, you know, I'll just say, you know, just because, you know, let's say you might see a brother smiling a lot on screen as well, doesn't mean that they're not going through pain inwardly as well.
That's so true.
You know, sometimes, you know, there was a video that I watched previously where it's like, you know, people who smile a lot on the outside, they could be going through a whole heap of pain.
That's how he copes. That's how he makes use to cope.
You know, that's why they like to, you know, simple things make them laugh. That's the thing, because, you know, when they get back on their own or whatever zone that they got to suffer through, you know, it's a whole heap of pain. So that's like an outlet for them. That's why they smile a lot or they laugh a lot. Even that simple things, because you don't know what the brother could be going through.
Yeah, and this truth does some good things for us. Does it? The elders not say be comfortable, become comfortable being uncomfortable?
Yes.
So we've become almost like, maybe to a certain extent numb. And if I keep hitting this brother here like this, just keep on his arm there. Right, at first it's gonna be, Lee, come on, stop. And then after, if I carry on, it's gonna get numb.
Yeah.
So that's how the way psychologically, scientifically, however you want to slice it.
Yeah.
And it's all part of the Most High's refining us at the same time.
Can I make a precept, please?
Yeah, please.
And it's true what you're saying, yeah? Because at the end of the day, it's all through the Lord, yeah?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 10 and 13. They have no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But the Lord our power is faithful, who will not suffer, which means allow, you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation always make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Is that comforting?
Yeah, just go back to the analogy of Yahushua, right? Where is he now? On the right hand side of Yahweh, waiting for his enemies to be placed at his footstool. Yahushua, second in command, governor of Egypt at that time. Right. So we all look back and we look at them examples first and foremost, and we say, that's encouraging, man. So now's the time we're going to build up our faith, man. You know, keeping our medicine strong to the best of our ability. Yeah, landbacking off that precept. Yeah, let's go back to Job 5 and 20 now.
This is Job 5 and 20. It says, in famine.
Yeah, Slaka. Yeah, because he made a way out. Let me just make mention of that. He made a way out of the temptation. When your back's against the wall, the back's against the wall, and the Most High, a door just opens and you slide out
through it.
And all them, you know, you're thinking about all them dramatic movies when they're just about the mouth is open, just about to, and then boom, gone. Escape, narrow escape, and people and watching the movie. You're at the edge of your seat. What's my hero gonna do now? He got delivered at it in the nick of time. Yep, that's how the Most High be dealing with his men. Right, and once again, the credit goes to Yehovah Hashem Yerushai. You got out of a tight spot. Now you may say, I did. Nah, we never did it, man. The Most High did it, man. You know, that's why we give him the glory, man. You know.
This is Job 5 and verse 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
You see?
Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
And that's what we're getting that mindset. We're getting that mindset now. We're in that mindset now.
Heavy.
Going back to the point of selling bug-out bags. You probably observed it just like me when you're walking down the street. All kinds of madness is taking place. Demons are on people now. That's why, once again, you know, we have to walk circumspectly. Because what do they say? A wounded tiger is the most dangerous tiger. Esau is a wounded tiger. Trump Nero is a wounded tiger. We won the war, it's finished. Right? But what is he doing? His way is we know what's going to happen with Russia. We're coming to that time. The beast shall hate the whore.
Yeah.
Right, and the beast is the system.
EU.
The NATO and the EU, the system, right? Backed. And so the whore is the Americans today, right? With all its wealth. As a matter of fact, let's get into some of the Revelation 17. Get into some of that and then come back to that. Get into some of the prophecy. Every time I look up, I'll be seeing some news. Makes me want to get into prophecy. So let's start with verses 3.
Revelation 17:3.
Yeah. You read it.
So this is Revelation 17:3. It says, "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast."
Yeah, and that woman is America.
Yeah.
Scarlet-colored beast represents the riches, the wealth, and it's going to go on to say, carry on.
It says, "Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns."
Yeah.
It says, "And the woman was arrayed in..."
The 10 horns, as we mentioned, is the NATO and the EU. Yeah.
Yeah, it says there, "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones."
Yeah, everything they've got by stealing, killing, and destroying.
Yeah.
And the abominations, the purple represents wealth, riches, and she be blaspheming, right? The head of that right now is Nero 47. He's more stout than his fellow, right? So he's stout. He can speak how he wants.
Yeah.
He's sticking his 2 fingers up to the whole world, including his own people over there in Babylon, which put him in there. So if he hasn't lost his mind, if that ain't losing your mind, if that ain't, some people say he's got all kinds of illnesses. You know what I mean? He's sick in the head, man. So start from the top. Read that again, Bob.
So Revelation 17 and verse 4, it says, "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones."
That's America,
"And pearls."
And that's how she got her riches, by killing, stealing, and destroying. And Ezekiel 37 says that how she's got everything by her wisdom. She's wiser than Daniel. By pummeling the world. And what did they do to now we're hearing about what's happening with Iran. And Iran's withdrawing the oil, and they're now attacking America's bases over there, right? And Israel as well. Israel's is been attacked. The bases in Israel have been bombed as well by Iran. So it's always was predicted when you listen to certain advisors, or there's a guy called Zhang, a Chinese man. He's
he's breaking it down.
He'd be breaking it down, going into in the economic side of things. It's going to be an economic war, which is going to be devastating to US, which goes back to prophecy, as we're gonna carry on reading where you are.
It says let's start again. This is Revelation 17:4. It says, "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication."
It
says, "And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with a great admiration."
A lot of people, they love them. Just the idea of I want to save some money. That's how that you can think of all the people that in the corner shops over here too. Elam, Moab, Ammon. What are they doing? Licking the products, the Native American Indians over there in their own country, the Judites, all of the tribes, licking their wounds, serving them abominations. And how did they get there? To save that their pocket money from young, because they told, we got to go over to America and achieve the American dream. So that's how a lot of these nations, they look at America or the purple colored beast as with admiration, or the whore rather, the whore with admiration. They wonder and Apostle Paul, Apostle John, he was given that vision, as what's been said, he had to be checked because he was getting the same idea, looking at the whole with admiration. You know, the image, like, what did he say? On the way to the bus, we all men here. On the way when you was on the bus, as when we link up, we see a nice, pretty woman. You know, the first thing you got in your mind, I'm going to tell my brethren when I link up with him. Yeah, that woman, she looked like she was defending it, man. She looked good. But he was checked by the angel.
Yeah, in the next verse as well.
Yeah, go on, break it down.
It says in Revelation 17:7. So after, it says, I wondered with a great admiration.
Yeah.
So that's what Apostle John said, John the Revelator. It says in verse 7, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel?
Yep.
I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her.
And some women look good on the outside. Just we're all men there. But what happened with America? It turned out to be what?
Corrupted.
Yeah. Well, there's a word. The American dream turned out to be the American nightmare.
An illusion.
That's what a lot of these nations from other countries, which it goes into that, the traveling merchant, they side at the downfall of her. That's in Revelation 18. We don't got to get that. Let's jump down and finish off this to 16 to finish the point.
All right. This is Revelation 17 and 16.
Because as you say, John the Revelator, that vision, he was given the vision, and the woman appeared to be somewhat attractive.
Yes.
So it was how he broke it down in a way that a man could understand. The vision was given to him in a way that when he broke it down, a man could relate to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. This is Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh.
And we're at the early stages of that now. Right, because you've got all these other nations saying, no, I don't want is it Spain, over here in England, we don't want their bases, we don't want them to use their bases as a launching pad for these other countries. And Lord, we're going to bring out some of these other nations that are saying, it's actually saying it in that verse.
Cool. So Revelation 17 and verse 16 again says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked.
And this includes even the so-called allies of America, which they had a lot of allies, but these allies even now, as we can see, are not so allied with them anymore, not so cozying up with them anymore, because of the business deals, right, and the sanctions. They're not so cozying up with them anymore. But they're still there. They're still sitting, somewhat. The negotiating is as you might say, falling to pieces, coming to an end. The negotiating, because everything that keeps them together is their power, and they're a law. They're a law, just like a harlot. She has to look. To attract a man, she has to look a certain way. Not too much cellulite. That cellulite is scripturally is off, but even in the flesh is off. Right? And we had ways where we'd be looking at a woman. Back in the day, we had ways where a man could look at a woman and know that is she's not no virgin. Correct. And even now, when a woman's being she's being used up and she's been around the block a couple of times, it shows in her countenance. But they have to look, they do what they have to do, like they put on the makeup and try and cover it up for the best to those that and deceive those who they can deceive. But for the most part, the men of the Lord, right, the men of the Lord make wise decisions, and not as the traveling merchants. They're gonna look upon her and say, no, Babylon has fallen. And now we're at the early stages of that. Carry on with that verse, Baba Gusha.
This is Revelation 17 and 16. Says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
That's the NATO and the EU once again. Right, which started around 10 nations now. Have increased to some say 20, 28, around 30, maybe even 32. But they're a splintering in group now. which the British left earlier on a couple of years ago, which that goes into Daniel's chapters 2, and the oil and the oil and the water, but it's very similar. The clay and the iron, the molten clay and the iron that can't stay together. Yep. They're divided. So we're seeing that we're at that stage now, right? While we're having all these splinterings with the nations, which war is the root of that. Yeah, go on.
It says Revelation 17 and 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh.
So we're at the stage now where they're starting to have second thoughts. Right? I'm not too sure about it. And even though we're watching some of the analysts over here in America that were born bred, supposed to be friends with or once upon a time were friends, and even worked with in the Senate with Trump, are saying as he lost his mind, that was a stupid move. So that goes back to they're starting to hate him, and that's over here in his own country. You gonna say something?
Yeah, it's many ways. There's the war that's going on too, and there's also the BRICS nations as well. That includes I believe Russia, Brazil. What's the other one? I think India, China, and I believe South Africa. Some other.
Pull it up so that we pull up the BRICS nation, and the what it stands for, because I remember I did do just a fact check, and we don't want to put put the right information out there,
because they wanna create their own currency to go against the dollar. So as the dollar dies, which is what the whole world trades in. These other BRIC nations, which I'm about to bring up, they want to have their own currency. Alright, so BRICS countries. So it says that BRICS is a group formed by 11 major emerging countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, United Arab Emirates, and Indonesia, man. Of course, in this war, that US and Israel have instigated, once more of these missiles and attacks. Iran, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates were affected as well. So imagine if they've been affected, these BRIC nations will also be willing to help them out as well, considering that they're all joined up to be against America. So that's part of the beast shall hate the whore, man. So
and finish off, because we didn't hit the main point.
So it says Revelation 17 and 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
And I've heard it said, as a matter of fact, let me read some of the some little bit of fact checking I've done, just to back up what we just read there. So it shall do what? Make her desolate, right? Which means to isolate her, and burn her with fire, which means what? They're going to turn on her militarily. Now, right now it's kind of a social thing now, more of a war on words. And let me read some of the research I've done. Starmer, we are not joining the US and Israel offensive strike, right? That's a war on words, and that's what Britain be saying. So Qatar, if I'm pronouncing that right, Qatar refuses US use of airspace for operations against Iran. So he's saying, nah, man, them people there, I'm more closer to them than I am to you.
It's true.
So that would one of his allies, backing up what we just read. Iran officially thanks Saudi Arabia for not permitting use of his territory in the war. Right, so they're cozying up now. Right, if two people cozy up against one, they have more. They have an advantage over you.
Right.
Oh, you might have a little bit more muscle, seemingly, but how do you take down a bully? If you can't do it one on one, you might have to join
forces.
Get some reinforcements to help you.
That's it.
If you can't take him one on one, because he's the one he's got the reputation for beating everybody. So the reputation for beating everybody might backfire on you. after a period of time. That reputation doesn't look good. The last one. Italy says Israel has violated international humanitarian law. It must be isolated globally. What did it go? What did it say?
Yeah, it says to make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh.
You can't make this up.
Yeah.
So desolate is similar with being isolated.
Yeah. Destruction, it says also.
So when we look at the scriptures and we put it all together, we have no choice but to get stronger in the spirit. Okay. The flesh doesn't want to get stronger. Do your thing. You don't even need to say that, bro. The flesh wants to have an easy ride. The flesh wants the easy. Yes, you're good. To what's the word? The flesh usually wants to coast.
Yeah. Find the easy way out.
Yeah, the flesh wants to coast.
Yeah.
But the flesh says, no, I need to go to the gym. I need to work on that. The flesh says, nothing ain't wrong with you. You got it. It's a flesh. It's a constant flesh between the spirit and the flesh. Yeah. No, I need to go. No, don't. Yeah, I need to. I'm gonna. No, I'm gonna. And then you have to win. The spirit has to win. Just like when Yehoshua was wanted to go and in the Garden of Gethsemane. He went to pray, and when he came back, his disciples were sleeping.
Yes.
And I think it happened more than once. And every time he went there, he came back, they were sleeping, if I'm not mistaken. And he said, "Oh, all right then. The flesh is strong, but the spirit is strong, but the flesh is weak." And he understood. So sometimes you got to shake up, just like sometimes, time to do a video. The flesh is, no, go and drink some, go, you know what I mean? Chill out, bro. Go and make a cup of coffee and just relax, man. Do it later. You understand? Now, when them thoughts come into your mind, listen, let me just do the thing what I got to do. Similar with going to the gym and for anybody who's got that their challenge that they have to overcome, whatever your challenge may be, you got to let the spirit, when the spirit takes over, it must win. Same way like we're doing what we're doing now. We're exercising now in the spiritual gym, exercising our faith. So
I've got a precept for that.
What?
Galatians 5:17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit,
right,
and the spirit against the flesh.
Yeah,
and these are contrary to one another, so that ye cannot do things that you would.
Right. Yeah. So if for the most part, in that analogy of finishing the marathon or going to the gym, everybody who does that has been there, knows that they have to force the spirit, and the spirit has to overcome the flesh in order for you to do it. And you look back and you say, "The what I did it," and eventually I'm glad I did it too. That I let the spirit take over. However you got to do it. If you have to put up a prayer or ask the Most High for strength, kazak, and it could be just going down the road. If you're driving today, brothers always say, for those of us that be driving, put up the prayer, man. Asking for wisdom. The title of this video, "Wisdom and Knowledge Shall Be the Stability of that time."
Wisdom. That's wisdom.
Give me wisdom. If you know you got if it's some kind of dilemma in when you're driving, oh no, I'm gonna go down that road and I have to, and there's gonna be traffic and there's gonna be this and I gotta do that. We ask for wisdom.
Yeah.
Practical wisdom. The Most High ain't gonna say, what are you asking for wisdom? He ain't gonna if you keep on knocking, he ain't gonna say, what you keep on knocking my door for and asking for help. That's not a father to a relationship with that. That's not how a father treats his child. If you're doing it in sincerity. So same way we have to keep on asking, keeping our medicine strong. Kazak, ha kazaknaya wa matazaknaya labia. Make me strong and strengthen my heart. Yep. I said in the Hebrew. Make me strong, shamai shapalafia. Help me, shamai shapalafia. Hear my prayer. If I'm saying it right. Shamai, Shamai, hear my prayer, or hear me. Wa kazaknaya, and make me strong. Harkazaknaya, and make me strong, or wa matazakna, and strengthen my heart. Labia, So I'm still that's still a work in progress. I still got to keep on going over that to make it perfect. But if I don't keep going over that, it's not gonna be ingrained with me. So that when I'm in the heat of the matter, I want to be able to say it quick. Yeah. Just like an instant, just like in boxing or any kind of training, you got to keep going at it. Like throw the jab, throw the jab, throw the jab until it's in muscle memory. That when I'm at the traffic lights or someone jumps in front of me, the prayer's already there in my subconscious, and I just say it. Or wisdom, asking for wisdom. Wa matazaknaya labia. Them prayers, I work on them. A lot of the prayers, when I know that I need them quick, I don't just want to learn them while I'm in the heat of the battle. I want to learn them before, so that my reaction is my muscle memory. And always a work in progress to perfect them and make them better. And then as you go on, adding others as you go along. So where we left off in Job. Job, was it
Job
5? And let's get back to it and finish off that. So that's kind of the basis of the title of this video, and along with Isaiah 6 and 33, the basis. Working on our wisdom now before we get to the fight, and when we get in the fight, using some boxing analogies, when we get in the fight is a walk in the park. But because you put in the work in the gym, you put in the fight. You was fighting with the bag. You may have been fighting with the medicine ball, or your trainer was throwing the medicine ball at you, and not even before you know it, you got to catch, and he's getting you off guard, and he's trying to get you and hit you and trying to get you unexpectedly, and then you have to get the muscle memory, and your reflexes are instantaneous. Same way what we're trying to do now. While we do the videos to the best of our ability, and we link up with brothers in the sit downs, and we also meet on the highways and the byways. And it's all inconvenient to the flesh. It's all inconvenient to the flesh, because the flesh was if he's up to the flesh would chill. And if the Most High said, look, to us, it's all right, I'm going to give you the kingdom, just coast. And he said that to us in the spirit, which he ain't going to say that to us, better. The flesh would love it. But no, the spirit says no. You ain't gonna be that easy. The Most High says it ain't gonna be that easy.
Can I say something?
Can't.
That's why the scripture says, through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom of heaven. So you have to go through. Faith doesn't come like that, It's like trying. You keep on working in it. You can't just get faith just like that overnight. It's a gradual thing. You have to go through the suffering.
As Elder Apostle Tahabi said. No, Gababi said, repetition is the father of learning.
That's what I was meditating on.
So bring out let the scripture speak, Baba.
So this is Job 5 and verse. I'll start from 19. This is, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
What we do what's in our hands, and as it says there, Most High gonna do what's out of our hands, what's not in our control, and that's the faith what we have to have.
That's powerful.
And we're drumming it into ourselves now. What we can only do what we can do. So we leave what we can't do to carry on.
That's pretty much the principle of Stoicism. Just take what's been given to you in your control, supposed control, and then just leave the rest. So this is Job 5 and verse 19 says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
We notice we keep reading that one. It's all right though. That's the spirit. Yeah.
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil.
7 is completeness.
Come on.
And when you and this, have you heard of that? 7 heaven, 7 heaven. That's a song. One of the old school soul music. Not none of these modern day. Now, not all the modern day music is off, but that they used to call soul music was souled.
That was it.
Meaning it came deep. You felt it, man.
Yeah.
So 7 heaven is a song I remember. 7 heaven. So 7 is it's complete. It's close to heaven, man. And do you get the runner's high? I was using that as an analogy. Do you when you that's your heaven. When you finish a race and you get the runner's high, that's a little bit of heaven for you. That you couldn't get in. You couldn't get it. You can't get the runner's high unless you run the race.
You have to be in it.
You can get a sugar rush.
Yeah.
But you have to. But how do you get a sugar rush? Name some donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Like a tailor notice to that. That was, but, you know.
But it's true though. It's true though.
It's true. But it's true. But yeah, because people say I want to get a runner's high. You can't just sit there and get yam donuts and get a runner's high.
No.
That's easy work, brother.
But you will get a sugar rush though, and it's not healthy.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot of it. With the sugar rush, you get a crash after that.
Yeah.
The water, bro.
Because if you don't have a gradual increase
you're right.
in that sugar level, you're gonna get a crash because
And
that's
it
how
goes
it feels.
down.
Yeah, that's why you get your. Sometimes you have an afternoon slump.
Nah, just because I don't want to be too hard,
So,
make way for treats.
mm.
Because as one of the brothers said, and I remember it stuck with me. You gotta feed the demon, right? So now, brothers, you have your yayan, and you know when you're having a yayan.
It's the flesh.
It's not all about the yayan, but you have your yayan. I wish I had his yayan,
Yeah.
but it's not be all and end all.
No.
Yeah.
If donuts is your vice. Don't overdo it, but you have your donuts
Watch yourself.
in how you say it?
In balance.
Yeah.
As a little
In
reward.
moderation.
Yeah.
Same way, same principle that applies to yayan applies to your treat, whatever your treat may be. So we don't want to be over righteous. But we do want to be balanced.
Yeah.
But if you want to run as high, which you can have a runner's high too, a runner's high don't mean you have to run a marathon. Just do what you can get a runner's high by doing putting your effort into doing that.
Yeah,
I made adjustments this year, and I found out how to make adjustments to get my workout routine in, and we know the elders are pushing us to get healthy as we can. And I'm always finding new ways, new avenues to do my workout without being overly hard on myself at the same time. But it's all about finding that balance, finding that
sweet spot.
That's a nice word, sweet spot.
Yeah.
Just to bring the balance out. So yeah, the runner's high comes through putting in that work and looking back in the spirit though. We're talking about. Yeah. You look back at in the week or in the day. Did you do that? Did you accomplish your goal? Oh, on your phone it has you finished your. I don't know if it comes up on everybody's phone, but on my phone, when I go out and do my little workout, or it might be just finishing my chores, the phone it comes up and says you finished your daily chores or something like that, or you finished and so it tells me, and it's like almost like congratulating me, reminding me, you finished your daily chores or your workout or your whatever your schedule. Your schedule. You've accomplished your schedule for today, and it's the same with in the spirit too. Yeah. And the Most High. One more thing. The Most High, the angels, they like it when you reach your goal. You're happy, but when you're happy, they're happy for you too. The scriptures say about when one sinner repents.
Yeah, the angels rejoice.
The heavens.
So we're repenting all the time. Doing the work is a form of you're showing you're willing, you're a worm, but you're fighting, you're scratching, in your own way, as you say. And sometimes if you have to turn up and you smile, I get them little nigs in the back of my them little nigs. And the only thing I do now, because I'm so used to them, I might just laugh. I might just smile, man.
Because you're used to. Used to the pain.
They're not such a they're a thorn in the flesh, but I'm so used to them. And it's like if I didn't have them, I was like I'd be saying, wait a minute,
something going on.
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. But that day is coming. That's the point. That day is coming when we get there, and that day is gonna come when we get the new bodies. So even if we had let's just say our bodies were functioning like 100%, 20 eyes and everything. Like hold on a minute, man. Wait a minute. I don't need the Most High. What do I need to pray for him for? Nah, the Most High has it that he wants you to be calling upon him. Learning the Hebrew is one of my favorite things to do, especially when I was really going through it. I was just going over them Hebrew prayers, man, going over them. You know what I mean? Wow, Mazak Nayaham, I was asking for strength, courage, Rayam, relief from all the pain, Rapanaya, and I'm asking for relief, healing. And I learned that the Most High put me through that situation so that I could get motivated to learn them Hebrew prayers. Tailor made.
Yeah, for you.
Specifically for me. Yeah, you carry on, Baba.
Yeah, just a quick point again. This is Luke 15:7, which you mentioned. It says, "And I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth, more than over 99 just persons which need no repentance."
Yeah, break it down.
Yeah, so as it compared it, there it says, the heavens rejoice. The angels rejoice when there's one sinner that repenteth, which of course that requires a true level of sincerity and honesty. Hence why when you pray, which is communication to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because when you pray, just see it as though you were sitting there in person with Yahushai talking. Of course, you do it with reverence, you do it with respect, but of course you're doing it with sincerity, saying Baba Kshar, Salakia, for all your past sins. I remember we don't even remember our past life sins, man, in the previous lives, again, for those who understand reincarnation, well, you understand. But the point is, those past life sins are the sins in this life, we say Salakia for that, and we say Thawada, for the mercy that you've also had upon us. For
thank you.
Yeah, that's what thank you. That's what Thawada means as well, Thawada. And you say Thawadi Yahushai, for the mercy and the patience that you've had upon you, because day by day, second by second, when you wake up, when you go outside, when you go to sleep, you don't know what's happening in the spiritual realm as well. So instead of just being ignorant, we say Thawada for your mercy and Salakia for our sins as well, man. So again, that's why it says there, I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner, because when there's like a game show, like the Running Man. I don't know if brothers have seen that. Arnold Schwarzenegger with the Running Man.
Oh yeah, the movie.
There were spectators, man. There were spectators. So the angels you can liken them as spectators, but instead of the dimwits in the show that were trying to hinder Arnold, whilst he was there, trying to actually complete the race. The angels are actually in support of us, though. That's the thing. So that's why it says that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth, more than over 99. So 99 just persons which need no repentance. Because if you're already in a state where you're clean and perfect, what's the need for Yahushua, which is why we have certain things that are put upon us to humble us, in this flesh, so that we don't get too high-minded and
and when you think about just what you just read there, that scripture there, 99
just persons.
Yes. So when you're down in that you put the effort in. You know what I mean? And that and when you overcome whatever challenge it is, even the challenge of doing your video, that might be a challenge more on some than others, because brothers have all kinds of different types of defects and challenges, but and also just in different circumstances like driving or going, you have to deal with your challenging boss, Kazak, like I'll be saying like Shalak, Send, Shalak, Yahweh Hakamaka, Shalak, Send in the name Hakamaka, wisdom. Shalak Yahweh Hakamaka, asking for wisdom. If it might be you have to deal with a certain corner shop or certain people in the security in the corner, in the supermarket, wisdom. Shalak Yahweh Hakamaka. In all different types of scenarios, circumstances, asking for wisdom. And then, like I say, this week I had someone help me in a particular shop. And I said, when I came out, I said, I'm glad I was I was speaking to you about it. That was a challenge at first. Brothers know I'm not the most techie savvy person, but a little bit can go a long way when you know a little bit about tech. Tech can go a long way. So in the title of this video, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. Most High is dropping us little gems here. It may be a challenge, but if you overcome it, you moved on to the next. And as we're seeing, prophecies are coming to pass, and we look back and we say, and we can say, once we've overcome it, we look back and say, I didn't think I was going to overcome that, man, but I did. Yeah, let's get back to Job and finish off, and if there's any other finishing precepts, brother can bring them out. Are you right for time on your thing? Because last time one of the phones went off, innit?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
You should be okay.
All right. Cool. Just carry on then.
Right,
See if we can bring out some more precepts. Yeah.
Job 5 and verse 20 now says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death.
So this is you call the grand finale for the flesh.
Yeah.
The flesh for the grand. It's not the beginning for the spirit, because the spirit is to infinity. But the flesh, right now we're in these bodies. We're trapped in these chains of darkness. So this flesh is saying, no, I don't want to go through this. But it's the spirit. That's what we're working on now. We're in the spiritual gym, working on the spirit to be in control and beat down that flesh.
Yeah.
As you said, it's a physical fight.
Physical fight, man.
Job 5 and 20 says, in famine he shall redeem thee, and from death, and in war. So let me read that again. Job 5 and 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Yeah, because they're going to come down. They're going to come in like a flood. Right, and it's going to be a literal sword, because we know what the enemy's plan is. Let's finish this, but hold Psalms 140. Yeah, 140. Let's finish this first though, because when it talks about war, it's a spiritual war, but what they be brandishing is a physical war with their physical sword. So right now for us it's a spiritual war, but they're gonna try and come down on us, which is once again why we're in the spiritual gym now, picking up those spiritual heavy weights, challenging ourselves, because no person that goes to the gym, if he wants to do well, he doesn't want to go in there and coast and just go in there just to just to sit down there and look at people. He wants to go in there to come out and say, he put the work in. Let me just say that.
Just one more point as well. As what did this guy say, man? Everyone wants to be a bodybuilder, but nobody wants to lift a heavy ass weight. That's what Ronnie Coleman said, man. So that was his
his
motto or something.
His motto. A famous quote of Ronnie Coleman, which was Coleman, which is a very good.
Muscles upon muscles. Of course, he was on the juice, but you know. Still had to
put the work in. When you look at him, he was putting that work in.
Yeah.
So he was a good example in that field.
Come on. So this is Job 5 and 21. I'll read verse 20 again. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Yeah, because we don't want to be we want to be victorious. So it's a mindset. Starting a marathon, I keep bringing it up. Starting a marathon is a mindset. You can't go into a marathon saying, "Nah, man, I'm lost. I'm too fat. I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna." You got to go in there, even if you're fat, and even if you're in a I'm using extreme examples, but even if you're in a wheelchair, you got to go and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna this now. I don't care. I'm gonna finish it." It's mental. It's in the mind. It's mental. Same way how we're saying here. In war, in famine, he shall redeem thee from death, right? From death, and he can do that.
Yeah.
Has he not done that already? He done it with Yehoshua, obviously with Yehoshua. But also even with which I found out a bit more about Apostle Paul. It was 12 years he was deleted. 12 years Apostle Paul was deleted for.
It's over 14 years.
You know what? We don't want to put out the wrong information.
14 years.
Fact check it, Baba Kusha. Fact check it.
Let me get it.
Yeah. Oh, let me make my little. While you just coming up there making that correction, I made a statement in one of my videos on. I think it was one of them, one of the recent ones. Manasseh. No, it was Hezekiah. There's a difference. Manasseh is Cuban. They're the Cubanites. And Hezekiah is the Mexicans. which they was the ones that it's my thing. I wanted to correct it in my own mind.
Yeah.
Which he's hired. He was known for his workload.
Yeah.
A strong ass.
Yeah,
no,
like mules.
like a strong ass, known for his work. Why we're just making these fact checks.
Yeah.
We want to put the right information out there. And it was also his other ability was being able to understand the stars, understand the positions of the stars. That was another one of his gifts.
To read the skies.
To be able to read the stars
The heavens.
and understand weathers.
Yeah.
Right. So the more you get into understanding the different characters about the tribe, the more you see the personality of Yahweh, who we're the seed of Yahweh, the princes of the power. Just to clarify that, it was just something that I wanted to clarify in my own mind. Yeah.
Right. So pertaining to Apostle Paul, it says 2 Corinthians 12:2. It says, I knew a man in Hamashiach Yahushai above 14 years ago.
The water.
Remember.
Yeah.
Whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. It says the Most High such and one caught up to the third heaven.
Yeah, you could slip in tongue, but not in heart.
Yeah,
But we clarified it in on point from the scriptures, as one of the brothers like to say, what's the word that he used? Anyway, clarifying it is the right word, but through the scriptures, So
I got just a quick one because brothers say it, but I just want to quote it as well. This is Ecclesiasticus.
Qualifying it. That's qualifying it. Yeah, go on.
Ecclesiasticus 19 and verse 16. It says, there is one that slippeth in his speech. In his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue?
Yeah.
So the scriptures do back up the fact that brothers will have a little slip of the tongue, as the worldly saying goes. But in their mind, the intention is correct. Because the Most High seeth the heart.
Yeah,
that's really it.
So we're gonna be perfect, right? When we're perfect, we're gonna have the new bodies. We're gonna have a heightened intelligence. And we're not going to slip off the tongue.
No.
As the scriptures even say in Psalms 91, we're not even going to stumble in. Our foot's not even going to hit a stone.
Come.
Right? So
that's why that song by Sam Cooke, Till Our Change Come. We want that time to come.
Yeah, that's what And once again, why we have reasons to learn it, to keep our medicine strong, because we ain't we haven't finished the race yet.
That's right.
As Apostle Paul likes to use those analogies in racing, fighting, athletics, getting the crown upon our heads, and we have to go through these obstacles, overcome the obstacles to get the crowns.
To the finishing line.
So if you finish this off, and if any other brothers want to bring out precepts, if you just read up to 22, I had so much precept we could have. I want to bring out another one after. I asked you to get it. Psalms 140, but read up to 22, and then we can start closing down with what we have.
This is Job 5 and verse 21. It says, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh."
Yeah. So we're building up that strength now, and it's not even just about the physical strength, which we do need strength. I opt for it. I opt for kazak.
Yeah.
Because that's how you keep up to. Got to keep up with things. You need physical. You do need physical strength to keep up with things. So that's that kazak, but it's really the spiritual strength that we're focusing on. Yeah. Read 21 again and then end with 22.
This is Job 5.
Hence why we go to the gym, and brothers go to the gym, because they want more strength. They want to keep the strength what they got.
Yeah.
And if you can get more, get more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's the benefit to the body, as the scriptures say. So Job 5 and verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Now, tell me if that ain't confidence. Tell me if that ain't confidence. If you can just laugh at destruction and famine.
Yeah.
The saying is, if you can be in the eye of the needle. It's another analogy from
Eye of the storm.
Yeah.
See, I slipped again. This is one,
So
brother.
it's all good,
That's why we got brothers. That's why we have the brotherhood. So yeah, it's an analogy that's also used in sports, in boxing. A good boxer, and doesn't matter what combat it is, if you can be comfortable while in being in the eye of the storm or in the ring, is another way of saying it. Comfortable on the ropes, wherever you are in the ring, if you can be comfortable, that means you got it sussed. You sussed it out. You know your positioning. You know it. You're at home there. And we're not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. No, no. But that's what we're working towards.
Yes.
And we can only do it because the Spirit, as we spoke, was it last week? The Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit is a gift. The Most High, we need the Most High. We need the gift. And for Him to say, "Come up hither," Revelation 12, Revelation 11 rather than 12. For Him to say that, it's down to Him. Not nothing that we've done, but we are doing what we can do, and we're leaving to what we can't do. We ask the Most High to do for us. So
I've got this one. Psalms 140. And start from 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man.
Yeah, because every time you see Trump, and he's just stirring it up, as we know. But who's behind it? Jehovah is he mustered the host of the battle. Yeah. But he's in his lot, and talking stout as he is, he's a bully. Right, and he's gathering people against. They're all gonna gather against him, as we know. The beast shall hate the whore. But this is what the elect we be saying that from our maker, who is in control of him. And if he is in control of him, that's who we go to.
That's it.
We don't have to fear. We don't have to fear no man. No. We fear the Most High.
I'm just paraphrasing. Fear not that can kill the body. But can kill the body and soul. And that goes right back to Levi
Hannah.
Go on.
Verse 2. Which imagine mischiefs in their heart continually. Are they gathered together for war?
Yeah. Are they? Well, that's exactly what's happening right now.
They have sharpened their tongues. Like a serpent adders.
And it seems like Iran, boy. Iran ain't backing down. Right, you say, as a matter of fact, let me just fact check something before I'm going to bring it out. Some of the latest was taking place now. Now they're saying breaking news. Every time you turn on, if you're 15 minutes behind, or as what Elder Apostle Tar said, if you miss an hour, you miss a lot. What's this? This new leader is saying, Iran new supreme leader calls for nations unity and says he will avenge the blood of our martyrs, and that's what you call fighting talk.
Not letting go of that.
So that's what the new leader of Iran's, because they took out the previous one. He was getting on in age anyway. And that last one, Iran's new supreme leader, all U.S. bases in region should be closed, otherwise they will be attacked. Some fighting talk. And I'll be liking some of these updates, these breaking news. Iran's new supreme. That's what he said. That's basically the point there. It's taking place. New supreme leader says his country believes in friendship with neighbors, but will attack bases. And if I'm not mistaken, he's already been attacking bases as well. People being deleted 24/7. The last I heard was about 14, but then I heard after that I heard about 200 people in Israel. So Israel, as we just saw, the last Netanyahu, he was coming on. We know he's not happy. We can tell by the body language. Fighting talk. So the Most High be mustering up the host of the battle, putting the demons are on them. Yeah, man.
That's it, ready.
And whatever you got, you can bring out.
Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me. This is why, as you said, we need Yahweh Shem Shai. Preserve me from the violent man, whom have purpose to overthrow my goings.
Yeah, last one more. 5.
Verse 5. It says, the proud have hid a snare for me.
Snare. Yeah, which is a trap. Yep. You know, they have fox traps. They have all kinds of animal traps. They've set out traps for the 12, the 12 tribes, which we know that those traps, the Lucy Juicy, that was a trap.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, and the Most High did he not protect us from that trap?
Wow.
God.
What?
The ones that we know of and the ones we don't know of.
Aria, the Lord find a way for you to escape.
Yeah,
That's what it goes like again.
Yeah, and they're the ones that we know of, right? Because we're hearing about all the different types of things that they with water.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Brothers who are advising us, be careful with that. The water that come from the tap, and brothers, be careful with. Obviously, whatever you have to do, you got to do. But you pray over it. They're frying the kitchen sink with all the different types of food, the GMOs and all of that. Their snares. That's all part of their snares. I'm not going to say the word, but the things that they be putting in the air, just to avoid, just to use a bit of cold. Yeah. The things that they be putting in, that's the snares. And we're still here. As a matter of fact, one of the brothers said, it's only of the Lord's mercy. That's
We're consumed.
Yeah, that's it.
Lamentations.
Lamentations. Is it 3 and 21? I think it's 3. Chapter 3. I tell you, we can end. Bring out that, and we can end with that. Yeah. Finish. Read 5 again.
Psalm 140 and 5. The proud have hid the snare. What you said again?
The snare, a trap. Yeah.
For me. And
that's why we're still here.
Yeah.
2026 now. Yeah, the year of apostates, sellouts, and agents and Jacob's trouble. We're still here because of what we're going to read, the last one, because of the Lord's mercy. Yeah. So he's protect. Read one more time. Repetition is the father of learning, Baba Kushal.
Psalms 140 verse 5. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set jinns for me.
Yeah.
Selah.
Jinns is like casting spells. Oh, and don't we know that they be doing that too. Traps, jinns.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's why brothers. It's like someone. Imagine you've what do the police do when they're trying to chase a criminal? They've got all these kind of things where they throw spikes on the floor.
Yeah.
From cars.
The cars and tires.
To burst the tires, and then what we be doing in the spirit, we see that and we just go woo, and swerve around and avoid it. So that's witchcraft, jinns, putting up prayers. That's why the Hebrew we counteract that with keeping our medicine strong. The Hebrew too is a counteraction. Shalak lahaya hakazaknaya. Shalak la hakamaka in the Hebrew. That's asking for wisdom. Some of these ones I've got on the tip of my tongue or in my head. Just like how you may need to throw your jab out to counteract a certain move at the appropriate time. Them Hebrew prayers counteract them jinns.
Yeah. That's why, before I bring that last scripture.
This is, Numbers 23 and 23 says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath the Most High wrought? So, of course, that really applies more so to even the servants, us serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because again, we know the names Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is the ultimate defense. We know the ancient Hebrew prayers as well, and of course, we're still learning them too. And not just that, but we have faith in in our power in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that 3 combination, it pretty much demolishes any left-hand side attacks.
Oh, I like that combination. You got the left
one
juke, juke, and you got the over.
That's the combo right there. That's the combo.
Blam, 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 blam.
God.
Yeah, that's the combination. Finisher.
Right.
He said the Hebrew, the prayers,
the names,
and the name. Yeah, because we can't do nothing without the name.
Yeah,
that's the 1, 2, 3 combo, knockout punch.
And there's a more key word too, faith.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the third.
1, 2, 3, 4, faith. And I ain't getting up from that one.
No way.
That's the faith. That's the finishing.
Because remember, it says in the without
finishing touches.
faith, it's
Yep.
impossible to please the Lord. Heavenly Father.
So the finishing touches, Akim, is if you got more.
Yeah.
If you got more, all right. Yeah, the water.
The
So
final precept. Or?
yeah, please. Anybody
one-
got any
the
more
one-
final
the one you
precepts?
called
Yeah,
out,
you
the one
can
you
bring
called
them
out.
out, Baba Kusha. Yeah.
This is Lamentations. This is Lamentations 3 and verse 21 to 23. It says, "This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's Yahweh's mercies
Oh yeah.
that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness."
I mean, I've said what I needed to say, brothers. Finish. You got any more?
I got one.
Any finishing comments, and then you can close out. Yeah.
Matthew 6 verse 25. Got him in the last days now. "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet your body, what ye shall put on. It is not your life more meat than your body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much more than they?"
Go on, that's it.
That's in red letters. That was Jehovah Shai. And that's a reassurance for us.
Yeah.
So
Comfort.
we just finished the work in the spiritual gym. We're just gonna stand still now and see the salvation of the Lord. Just like when you come out of the gym, you just watch the body develop and improve over time.
Yep.
So we put in the work, the Yahweh Shimon Shai, the Wada Yahweh Shimon Shai, Kala Yahweh Shimon Shai. Yeah. Close out, Baba Kusha.
Go on. So Yaratazar, you found it edifying and exhorting as well. Yaratazar, it was to the point. So, Shalom.
Shalom.